Hello. Okay, so it won't let me go the other way with this, so I guess we're going to do it this way. This is going to be interesting. I hope you can hear me. Yeah, it looks like we are live. Yay! Happy Chinese New Year. I'm so excited. Okay, so I've got some weird stuff on the screen here. Bear with me. Hopefully I won't kill this. Yeah, okay, let's do this. So we took a poll. I've got my notes over here. We took a poll on what you wanted to talk about in this live. So one of the options was the rest of the astrology for the year of the dragon. Do some card polls, weekly astrology, talk about period 9. Yeah, so pretty much a little bit of everything. Or the last option on the poll was to a little bit of everything, that you wanted it all. So guess what? That won. Yeah, 35% wanted the Year of the Dragon, and the rest was all votes for a little bit of everything. So I'm going to do my best to do a little bit of everything. I am not at home, as you can see, so bear with me. This is not the best setup, but we're going to make it work. So if you can hear me, let me know. I'm not really sure why I'm getting this welcome to the live chat message, but I hope you can hear me. Yeah. Okay. All messages are visible. Yeah. Okay. All right. So there's a lot going on, obviously, with the new moon in Aquarius manifesting. Oh, yes. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm glad you can hear me. I was wondering, but I was still going to talk to myself. I'm so glad you made it too. Yeah, with the new moon in Aquarius, with the Chinese New Year, with us beginning period 9, yeah, things are really changing, and it's good. It's really good. Change can be frightening, of course, even if we want it, because it's that uncertainty, the uncertain about what's going to happen and how difficult it's going to be. And I think that's why sometimes we stay in bad jobs as long as we do, because, it's not great, but who's to say we can find something better, right? So we don't ever, make that decision to move on until things get really bad. So the universe has been pushing us to make these changes for some time. And for whatever reason, we've gone, no, that's okay. I'm not happy here, but I'm fine. And now those changes are happening regardless. So that in itself can be kind of frightening. But these are good, positive changes. They may feel a little bit odd in the beginning, like when you start a new job, you may feel a little bit odd there. But over time, you'll get used to it, and then you will be so happy that the changes happened. So I'm going to start with the astrology, and then we're going to talk about period 9, and probably pull some cards, and yeah, just kind of hang out for a while. So bear with me. I'm getting over a cold, and yeah, that's why my voice is kind of shrill sometimes, but just bear with me. Okay, so I need to find a way to prop this up. Bear with me. Ooh. Okay, I know that sucks, doesn't it? Okay. All right, so I want to say too, thank you for spending some time with me. I know that there's lots of channels you could be watching, and lots of really good readers online. And I appreciate you coming by here and hanging out with us and liking and following and subscribing and doing all that good stuff. Because I'm here because of you. Trust me, I'm not here because of the money. So, okay. I also want to remind you that no matter what your sign is in whatever type of astrology you're following, at the end, you've got this. Yeah, 2024 is going to have some challenges for us all, but you've always come out of this stronger after facing challenging times, haven't you? And that doesn't mean that it was an easy change or challenge, but it means that you were stronger than you thought you were, yeah? And that you're more capable than you even realized. And yeah, there's going to be changes that we know need to happen now to reach our destiny, and that's part of the path. So you're going to come through this and you're going to make it because you're strong and I believe in you. So even if you're following somebody who is, saying some challenging things about your astrology, whether it's me or somebody else, know that you got this. You're going to be able to go through this, all right? And you're going to come out so much better off on the other side. So believe in yourself because I believe in you. Okay, so that was my pep talk for you. That doesn't mean this is going to be negative astrology. It's not. Actually, the second half of the Chinese astrology is actually going to have a much easier time than the first half. So we're going to look at month 1. And I'm going to start at the top with this and talk a little bit about the reading, and then we're going to just dive in, okay? So here we go. So I'm going to do the second part of the Chinese astrology for the first month. And if you could hold your questions till I finish this part, hopefully I will have answered them in the reading. And if you're joining us for the replay, feel free to jump forward to your sign or other information that I'll be sharing. Okay, let's do this. We're going to begin with month 1 predictions for 2024 for the year of the dragon. 2024 is the year of the wood dragon, starting on February the 10th, woohoo, the Chinese New Year, and ending on January the 28th of 2025, which sounds so far away, doesn't it? It sounds like that is just years and years away, and it's not. So this part of the video will look at health, wealth, romance, and more for the second half of the zodiac for horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, dog, pig, or boar. So if you're wanting to know what's going on with your sign and I didn't name it, I have another video out already. I think it's on the front page of the Serenity channel. If you want to check that out, that will talk about what the first half can expect. So this also is my take on the energy and the astrology. I try and say that every time. And this is me interpreting the astrology and also using intuitive messages along with it. So because of that, it won't resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate with you, no worries, just pass it on by, and I do hope you find what you're looking for. Okay, so let's start. We're going to start with horse. So this is the first lunar month, which I know this is kind of confusing because you think, oh, that's January, this is an old video. No. The first lunar month starts February the 10th of 2024 and ends March the 9th because we're going from the moon phases, not from the calendar. So people born in the Chinese zodiac sign of horse will have a smoother month career-wise. Work will be easier and require much less effort than last month. Hooray! However, this could be complicated by overzealous and unstable coworkers. They're just not focused on work and maybe slacking on their responsibilities. They just don't want to be there, and they don't really care about the job anymore. So they're going to throw everything off, and because of this, it's likely their work will be, of course, subpar. You may even catch a mistake made by a coworker that could lead to trouble and much more work for all. So it's up to you, horse, to be diligent and check everything. And it's far better to catch this mistake now than later. Supervisors will do well to motivate people to work as a team during this cycle, and that's the only way you're going to get anything done, really. And as I said, most people will not feel very focused, but with you leading the team, much more progress could be made. So this may be something that pushes you out of your comfort zone. You may not feel comfortable taking over and leading the team, but this is what needs to happen if anything's gonna get done. And you have the skills. You just need to believe in yourself, because you know exactly what you're doing and you know how to pull the people together and motivate them. So believe in yourself and take control. For artists, gig workers, and job seekers, we see a positive shift around finances this month. Now, this is not a huge increase, but it is forward progress. If you're unemployed and looking for a job, this is probably not going to be the one that's coming forward. But, oops, I'm sorry, I'm moving the camera. So sorry about that. Okay, but it's likely that you're going to get some temporary job or some temporary work that will bring in some money, which will help. Just keep sending out resumes because your destiny will be fulfilled this year. But okay, let's talk about money. So this is not a lucky month to invest. World markets are too volatile, and yeah, you don't really want to wager your hard-earned money on promises. Even if you get good tips or good advice from other people, yeah, this is not the month to do that. And even if you see that your investments are paying a little bit at the beginning of the month, a bigger loss may await later. So don't invest more than you can afford to lose, or plan on keeping that investment for the long term. This is something, if you do have investments, you probably need to keep an eye on it. Okay. For romance, we see committed people born under the sign of the horse getting along well with their partner this month. So there's less issues around communication or money, and you're feeling less stressed overall. Yeah, there's weirdness at work and there's more pressure at work, but you can handle this. And the thing is, when you're supported at home, life is much easier and you're more able to face the stress at work. You enjoy spending time with your partner and you're thinking about future trips and celebrations, so this is good times. Singles, you're spending more time with friends, but not really dating much this month, as it's just not happening. It's not that you're not open to dating, you are. It's just that you're focused on other areas of your life right now because no one new or interesting has shown up yet. But stay diligent because, like I say, this is going to be a good year for you. Health-wise, for better health, make sure you get enough sleep. Avoid spicy foods to sleep better, and don't skip meals or worry about the future too much. Usually it has a way of working out on its own, doesn't it? And this is one of those things that's probably going to be an up and down month with the stress as well. So if you can stick to your routine, things will be fine. Elders should pay attention to the weather forecast and watch for ice or snow. Tread carefully to avoid accidents or falls. But it doesn't really look like it's going to be life-changing. It's just going to be something that is going to maybe leave you sore and grumpy afterwards, so just be careful. For students, we see you will need to focus this month or else you're not going to do well. So focus, study for exams, and make sure that you show up when you're supposed to. There could be some academic surprises ahead of you, and remember why you embarked on this field of study. So if you're questioning maybe changing your major, think back to why you committed to this. Was it because you were pushed by someone else that this would be a good fit for you, or was it because it genuinely interested you? So think about those types of things this month to get clear on what you should do next. So overall, it's a busy but happy month for horse natives. So it's much better than it has been the last couple of years even. You see things coming together and you see forward progress just about on all sectors. Yeah, singles aren't really finding anyone yet, but that's okay. That's okay. Things will change soon. For goat or sheep, this is going to be an interesting cycle for you. The beginning of 2024 could be better, but it's not bad. But you may notice that things are changing. Things will start changing almost immediately for this particular sign. So in the first month, we see things starting to kind of fall into place for you. But remember, this isn't the month to leave your job or start a new business, especially if you don't have a plan, you don't have a strategy, you don't have the funding. So even though things are falling in place, you may feel more likely to jump out there and, want to open that new business or quit your job. Don't quit your job unless you have another job, and don't open that new business unless you have the financing and you have a business report written and you know what you're going to do for the next 6 months, because this is too much of a volatile time. And if you rush, chances are good you're going to make a mistake. And that's part of the learning process. So take your time, go slower, and you'll feel more comfortable with this new job or this new business. So slow down, stay focused on what's in front of you rather than worrying about your friends or other people's problems. There's going to be a lot of that going on at work where people just kind of plop down in front of you and want to tell you their life story or tell you all their problems. And they don't really want advice or anything. They just want to vent to you. And it's going to be a distraction and it's going to get old really quickly. So yeah, there's nothing really going on at work that's going to cause you big problems. It's just lots of distractions. We see that once again, like I said, you're considering changing a job or possibly even moving. Higher spiritual forces always teach that for anything or anyone to exist in our lives, it must first be in our minds, in our thoughts. So this could open the door to an advancement, but think things through thoroughly before any big changes, as I said earlier. So in other words, if you're thinking about, I'd like to work over here, continue thinking about it. Visualize what it would be like. What would it be like to work at that company? What would the drive be like, or the commute be like? What do you know about the company? What do you know about the building? What do you know about that part of the city? Before you commit to anything, really think things through. And then it will be in your orbit, in your reality, that it is a possibility. And that's how you can bring in some of these big changes. So it's going to be an interesting year for you, a good year, but it's going to have a lot of changes, and you have to be open to them. They're going to happen regardless. So having a strategy to roll with these changes would probably be wise. In romance, we see events during this cycle that will have you seeking time alone to better communicate your feelings with your partner. Things are going okay, but you're just kind of overwhelmed emotionally with your partner. So try and arrange time for the two of you to work through some small misunderstandings before things kind of, spiral out of control. Your home life looks good overall. Just be sure to address this issue before they turn into bigger misunderstandings, okay? Singles will notice early in that this is not the best time to date, but don't worry, a trend won't last for long. It's just you're focused on other things, and you don't really need all the drama around, blind dates or meeting somebody online, or it's just too much right now. But that'll change soon. Okay, health. Instead of spending too much time focused on dating, continue to work on your health and increase your stamina. You're on the right track to better health and well-being, but you have to continue practicing good self-care and really stay focused on eating right, getting enough sleep, and not just following along with, the latest health trend, but what works for your body. If you can continue taking care of yourself, though, you're going to see your health improve and your overall mental state as well. Some of the fog is going to lift, and you're going to be feeling very good by month 3. Spiritually, you could be dealing with some fake aspect or belief about yourself or others right now. And by fake, I mean untrue. So you may think that, you have somebody in your life who is a good friend, but in reality, they may not be. Or you may be thinking something about yourself, like maybe you're not a leader, or maybe you're not born to be successful, something like that. That is just completely and totally false. So this is the time to analyze those thoughts, catch them when they come up. If you find yourself saying, oh, I would love to do that, but trace that back to where that's coming from. Because these are false beliefs that don't have anything to do with your reality, doesn't have anything to do with who you are or what you're doing. You're more than capable, and you're more than capable of making the changes you need to embrace this bigger destiny. So it's going to be a good month. It's going to be somewhat challenging, but it's going to be a good month. It's going to be clearly much better than last year. And this year, we're going to see major changes for you, and they're going to be positive, and they're going to start before the first month is over. So, exciting times. All right, let's look at Monkey. So this is Monkey's forecast from September. What year is it? What month? Where am I? From February the 10th through March the 9th of 2024. Yeah, okay. January will be a very lucky month for monkey people as everything goes well. The overall fortune is great, especially in terms of career and love for monkey natives. So, self-employed and business-owning monkeys are likely to make great progress in developing their brand this month. You're more focused, and you know what you need to do to succeed. So if you've been struggling with getting your business off the ground, or working in collaboration with other people, and it just seems like, nothing's really going on, this is the month that changes, and we start seeing more success. Employed people born under this sign will have a focused month at work and handle any problems that come up in a timely and efficient manner. So you're going to be getting along better with the coworkers now, and because of that, you're going to be having an easier time overall in the work environment, and you're not going to be as stressed now. The gossip at work is slowed down as the troublemakers have transferred to another position or out of the company. So you don't have that constant talk in the background, and you don't have the people slacking off like they were before. Now, there is going to be some confusion because people aren't as focused this month, but you are, so therefore you can make sure that the projects move forward. Artists will feel inspired now and can create masterpieces that will take their career to new heights. So make sure you allow yourself plenty of time to create. And I think your creativity this month is going to be off the charts, and it's going to help you in so many different ways. It's going to help you with your business. It's going to help you find creative answers to problems that you've had for a while, whether that be in your relationships or whether it be something, in your home that just needs to be fixed. So you're really feeling good mentally, and you're focused and you're optimistic, and that makes a big difference. With romance, we see this is a good month for committed monkeys as you are getting along better and enjoying each other's company. Couples will socialize some this month, but also enjoy spending time together at home, as well as enjoying time with family and friends out. So small trips, yeah, that's fine. I think overall though, everything's just going good and you're just enjoying it and kind of just going with the flow. Singles can meet someone new and begin dating by the end of the first lunar month, so 9th of March. You will notice a kinship in this new person as they seem to understand you and also want the same things out of life. And this doesn't happen all the time, monkey. You've met a lot of people that seem to be elsewhere in their priorities and their values. So this is a big signal that things are shifting for you romantically. Students will do better overall this year, and the changes will begin this month. Younger students should be encouraged to solve problems on their own to ensure they're learning more than just the basics. And once this begins, they may even advance a grade this year. So if you've spent the time with maybe a tutor, or you're thinking about getting a tutor for your child, yeah, do that. And then once they really understand the material, they're going to take off. They're going to excel. Older students will feel the weight of personal responsibility lift this month and be better able to focus on exams, because things have not been easy the last year. They've been up and down for Monkey. And now that things are finally falling into place, you don't have that stress. And yeah, things are going to be so much better. This is absolutely a great month for you with nothing holding you back right now. You're at your highest potential and you are flourishing. Everything is in harmony and all of this makes sense to you. So use this time wisely and move forward. If you have some kind of problem or dilemma that's been weighing on you, this is the month to tackle it, whether that is just thinking about a creative solution or facing it head on and just dealing with it, because the odds are in your favor. So don't let this opportunity go by. And just allow me to take a drink of water really quick, and then we're going to talk about Rooster. So it's interesting because Rooster is really friendly with Dragon. So a lot of people have asked me, does that mean Rooster's going to have a really great year? Yeah, then you have the ability to. Let's put it that way. So as we begin February the 10th through March the 9th of 2024, we see the first lunar month for Rooster being a pretty even month overall for you. Your career, you'll have to stay focused at work or else you may make a mistake. You may find yourself, kind of daydreaming at work, or, not really staying focused because you've got other things going on. But resist the urge to slack, okay? Because if you do, your projects could be delayed and deadlines could be missed. And while your mind's on other things, if you don't stay diligent, you're going to have problems. And you don't need this on top of everything else. You may also be questioning if this is the right career for you. And that's what I mean by everything else. You're not feeling fulfilled. You're not feeling like this is giving you the success, both financially and maybe also not getting the respect that you deserve at your current workplace. So you may be thinking about just, walking out the door. But before you do, make sure you have, another job secured, because the economy is just too volatile right now. Also, this isn't the month to just make a snap decision. And you've been thinking about this for some time, but you really haven't made a decision. So ponder it this month and weigh the pros and cons before you do anything drastic. Roosters that are self-employed or own their own business businesses may question what needs to change to become more successful as well. You have reached some success, but not the levels you know you're capable of. It seems like you're putting in more effort, but really nothing much is changing in your business. So you're a little bit disheartened, as anybody would be, right? It's like, what are you supposed to do? So I would advise you to go over the data and look at your reports. Where can you cut back and still not cut on services or cut on delivering products, but where is your time, your focus, your money going that it could be better spent elsewhere? The more you study the process, the more answers you'll find. And even if this is not exciting, because it's not, it's necessary for your business to grow. Success is within your grasp in the year of the dragon, but you're going to have to make some changes. The dragon is a diligent workhorse. When a dragon gets going, man, that's it. They're all in. And Rooster can respect that, but that's not something Rooster wants to do. So if you don't want to be working overtime all year long, then go over the data and look at what cuts you can make and implement them quickly so that things will flow better for you. Most roosters will be busy with home projects and lots of invitations to socialize in the first month. Committed roosters will likely go on a happy weekend trip as a couple and also spend time away on their own. Now, this could be a work trip, or this could be just, you taking some time off to think. Maybe your spouse has gone to visit relatives and you're going camping, or you're going, hiking or something alone where you can really think about the situation and what needs to change. So be sure and check in with your partner more often this month too, as they know that, you've got a lot going on and they may sense you kind of moving away from them, which you're not doing. It's just, you're focused on other things. That's all. So make sure that they know that you're still committed. You're just, thinking about other things because your commitment is solid. So listening can help them also with their own issues because your partner is having some issues at work as well. And by being there and being a sounding board, you will strengthen your bond. They don't necessarily need advice, but they just need to be heard, okay? Single roosters will be surrounded by admirers, but yeah, no one will overly impress you. I mean, there's a whole gaggle of people around you, but it's the same people talking the same crap. So, yeah, you have high standards and there's no one around you that currently meets your critical gaze. And that's okay. That's okay. This will change soon. Someone will enter your orbit that will basically just like wow you. So make sure to accept invitations from friends to socialize because you never know who you're going to meet at some random event or, someone's house party even. So take those invitations and be ready to socialize. You're headed for a very romantic year, so keep that in mind. If you need to spruce up your wardrobe or perhaps, work on skincare or something like that, start now. Students, if possible, opt for advanced study or further education this month because this is the month to do it. You are focused at your academic pursuits, so you can do it. You can take those advanced classes and come out on top. You'll do very well, and this will open up many new doors for you. So overall, a very busy and productive month for Rooster. Just don't make any snap decisions and think things through, work out some plans, work out some strategy for work and also for businesses. And if you're thinking about launching a side hustle or something like that, make sure that you work out a business plan before you launch. I mean, it's going to be okay. It's just that will eliminate a lot of the headaches in the beginning. Okay, let's look at dog. And I'm going to have to drink some more water, so bear with me. So I brought this with me to the UK. I don't know if you can see it over there. Is that better? These are my traveling rocks. And I brought this one. This is a fluorite giraffe. Somewhere in my stuff is my dragon that I usually have on the table, but I can't find it. It'll show up though soon. Anyway, okay, let's talk about dog's first lunar month. You're going to see a lot of progress this month with wealth and love. So we're starting out positive. Career-wise, Hardworking and diligent people born under the sign of the dog will achieve much. There's much reward this month. But if you've been slacking, it's not going to be as easy. Okay? Projects will be turned in on time and hard work will be appreciated. But you have to do it. You have to do the follow through, you have to turn in the projects, and you have to show up. You could receive a bonus or even a higher commission this month, but do the work, okay? You spend more this month, but you will also receive many gifts, and you will see that the money is coming back to you. All people born under this sign will be busy socially in the first lunar month. Business events as well as outings with friends are favored. Couples will spend time out celebrating and making the most of this season. Friends and neighbors are hosting parties and events that you're going to enjoy because you really like to be, social with your neighbors and your friends. But there hasn't always been occasions where you felt like you could take the time off or that you could, really go all in. That's changing now. And you could be hosting parties yourself. So this is a great month to go out and enjoy yourself, have friends over, spend time with family, and just celebrate your good fortune and celebrate all the good things in your life. Singles will be surrounded by admirers and friends, and it's likely singles will meet someone of interest at a party or a business dinner. Now, here's the thing. You're not going to be sitting at home later this year. So make sure you rest as much as possible in between these events to keep your energy levels up. And if you do meet somebody interesting, don't hesitate to connect with them. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to, go home with them immediately, but give them your number, give them your contact information, and let them know that you are interested. Because this is someone who probably is not really good at reading signs. They need confirmation. They need you to be rather blunt. So just keep that in mind. This is somebody also that is going to be very interesting and is going to check all the boxes of someone you would like to spend time with. So you'll know who they are almost immediately. I think the relationship will probably develop over time, but by mid-year, oh my gosh, you're not going to be at home at all. You're going to be so busy. So it's good stuff. Students, children in particular, should have an easy time in school this month. Generally, they're feeling more focused and they're excited. They're just excited about school and being with their friends, and they're just happy and excited, so it's great. Older students will need to make a proper study plan and stick with it, as you could be a little bit distracted. And that's probably because, you're dating. So, dog is motivated this year to become more healthy and develop a reasonable plan to implement these changes in your health. So, you've decided that you're going to clean up your diet, you're going to exercise regularly. Well, you need a plan. And then once you commit it to paper, so to speak, put it on your calendar, in your diary, things are going to fall into place and the routine will be easy. It'll be easy for you to stick to. Use a tracker or even ask a friend to be a workout buddy, and this will also keep you motivated and keep you on track. Your health looks good. Everything looks really good for you this month. The only thing is that, distractions at work and things like that. But overall, you've got this. You've got this. So celebrate your good fortune. Okay, pig or boar. Some astrologers are ranking pig number 1 in terms of luck in 2024. Wow. And it's about time, isn't it? So we're looking at month 1 starting smoothly. And you may feel somewhat disappointed that success isn't happening instantly, but hold on, it's right around the corner, and don't give up. Stay focused, and soon you're going to be celebrating. And I get that because it seems like you've been waiting. People have been telling you things are coming together, that you're going to meet your soulmate, that your business is going to take off. Everything is great. Just hold on. But how long are you supposed to wait? Well, I think 2024 is going to be your year. So we're looking at self-employed business owners. This is going to be an interesting month for you because there could be a decline in business at the beginning of the month. And you may be feeling like, okay, this is that sign that I need to change occupations. I need to go get a regular job. I need to give up on this dream. No. Don't worry. The profits are going to improve by the second half of the month, and they'll be strong next month. This is about you looking at how you can work smarter rather than harder. So you too need to go over the data. You need to look at what is missing in your setup. If you're a gig worker, same for you. What could you do differently? Are you paying too much for a rental spot? Are you not, reaching enough people online? What are you doing that some small tweak like that could change everything? So don't give up. Like I say, stay diligent. Things are going to be much better. Just go over the data, go over and look and see what needs to be fixed and make those corrections. And then voila, you're going to see big changes, big positive changes. Okay, salaried pigs may also, did I say celery? Salaried pigs may also see a bonus or increase in salary this month. This can also be an unexpected windfall. It's not going to be large, but anything is nice, right? Resist the urge to gamble with this money, though. It won't end well. Pigs that suffer from indigestion, acid reflux, or heart disease should really watch their diet, make sure that they take their medication, and also make sure they make the regular doctor's appointments. Not that anything is going on. It's more likely that a new drug will probably help your situation. So you need to make sure you make those appointments so they can, change your meds. So with this need to gamble this money, it could be that you have a friend or coworker who's like, oh, I invested in Bitcoin and I made XXX dollars. Yeah, don't believe them. Don't believe them. They didn't tell you about the times that they lost money either. So just be wary of that. Be wary of people giving you investment advice that may not be telling you the full story. Okay, let's see what else is going on with pig. Okay, all pigs will be busy this month as their social calendar is full. Partners are likely to be out celebrating. Just make sure you don't overindulge in too much spicy food or alcohol to avoid conflict. It's kind of the same thing that happened with rat. If you overindulge, you're likely to pick a petty fight with your partner or say something that's going to upset your partner. So just stay on point with that. Don't overindulge. And if you have too much spicy or rich food, you're going to have an upset stomach and you're going to be grumpy and you're not going to want to do anything. And yeah, it's just going to be like that. So it's minor stuff. You don't want to fight over small, irrational stuff because that could just spoil the entire weekend or party. So don't do that. We see signals. We see single boar or pig natives will be surrounded by admirers and could meet someone very kind and caring. Also, what could begin as a friendship may turn into something more. So you need to take full advantage of those invitations that are coming in and go visit people. Go to these parties, go out and have coffee with people, go to barbecues, go to celebrations. Yeah, you don't know who you're going to meet. Okay, for single men, they may actually meet their soulmate this month. So make sure you accept those invitations as well and make sure you look your best when you're going out. This also could mean investing in new clothes and also maybe even a new hairstyle. Just make sure it's something you can easily maintain if you're going to be busy over the course of the month. So you don't want something that's really high maintenance because you're not going to have much downtime. You're going to be out enjoying yourself, which is a nice change, isn't it? Students, it's a good year to pursue further education. It's likely someone will encourage you to learn a new trade or study a new subject this month, and you'll become passionate about it. Now, this could change your career focus for the better. So especially if you're struggling about what your major should be or what you should do soon, this could be the thing that changes everything. This could be the situation where it's like the light bulb comes on. It's like, oh my God, this is what I've always wanted to do. I forgot about it. Something like that. So it's going to be a very interesting month, and almost all the signs are going to have a good month. Some of them more so than others, but nobody's really going to have a bad time. So tell me, what sign are you and what sign resonates with you? Did any of this resonate with you? Let me know in the comment section below your sign and also if this is, kind of covering where you are. I want to thank you for watching this part of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that it gave you some insight into the beginning of 2024. If you found it helpful, why not consider subscribing or becoming a supporter of the channel by joining the community or Patreon. I've got links below to the first half of the video. I don't have them yet, but I will be by the time this is done. And then I'll also put in some more information about some other videos that you might find helpful. Okay, I'm going to take a drink of water and we're going to talk about period 9. Are you ready for that? Okay. Yeah, I just needed to take a drink really quick because I've been talking for 30 minutes. Wow. Awesome. So, I've been talking to you a little bit about period 9, have I? No, I don't think I have. I've been talking to my clients about period 9, but I don't think I've really talked about it much on here. So, if you don't know who I am, my name is Sarah Parker Thomas. I do have my own channel, but I haven't been making any videos on there because I've been way too busy. I have several books out on energy healing, and that is what I do primarily. I own the clinic, and it is a functioning Reiki clinic. So I spend my days treating people, doing a few readings, but mostly doing healing sessions. And I do Reiki, which is a Chinese healing modality. I've studied traditional Chinese medicine as well as other healing modalities. And what I'm getting at is they're all related. Everything is connected. So, period 9 is feng shui. And it's feng shui that connects with traditional Chinese medicine, which connects with the feng shui in your home, which connects with the astrology. I'm pouring some water in the background. Turned it into ASMR, didn't I? And it's all, like I say, interconnected. So to really talk about this, we're going to need about 9 hours, but I'm, going to be doing good to do it in 30 minutes. So if you have some questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. And this is going to be just a really broad, quick take on period 9 and what we need to know and the changes that are going to happen. Really, to go into detail, you probably need a personal reading. And if you're interested in that, let me know. I do have some readings on sale this month, but they'll probably not be done before the end of March because I'm really booked right now, which is a good thing, and I'm very thankful for that. Okay, so let's dive in. What the hell is period 9? Period 9 is a new cycle of feng shui that will start in 2024 and last until 2044. So, starts in 2024 and ends in 2044. It is important because it is ruled by the fire element, which makes this a very powerful and exciting time. The fire element brings passion, creativity, transformation, and inspiration into our lives, which is not dissimilar to what we're seeing with the Aquarius energy. With this, even though it's not a fire sign, but we're seeing in the Western astrology, we're seeing this is a time of innovation and change. So same, right? With period 9, it also affects other sectors of our lives surrounding fame, recognition, leadership, and spirituality. And if you tuned in for the first part of this video, then you heard me talking to some of the signs, more so than normal, about them stepping up to a leadership position. That is going to be a big theme in 2024 and on. Coming into your own power, stepping into your power, becoming a leader, taking the reins instead of playing it safe and being comfortable in your comfort zone. And this is scary stuff because it's facing some of your own fears, maybe addressing some of those false beliefs about yourself that says, you're not capable to be a leader or things like that. So we're in for those types of challenges. Our cycle of lessons is always changing. It's always evolving. So home feng shui is based on the luck of the Flying Star School. And home feng shui is the best, most auspicious place to put your bed or to put your wealth altar or the colors you should use for your kitchen. That's home feng shui, which just about everybody has heard of. Is, you may or may not believe in it. You may or may not be familiar with it. But at its core, home feng shui makes sense. It's about letting the energy flow through your house in a way that adds rather than takes away from the energy and the harmony of your home, which is what we all want. We all want a nice, safe place to be, to rest, to recharge, right? So at its core, everything is about energy. So this is particularly, like I said, this is about the overall energy, not just home energy. So using this method, 180 years are split into 3 parts, the upper, middle, and lower. And each era is made up of 3 20-year parts. So this is a big cycle, right? We're ending a larger cycle that began the first period in 1864. I didn't say 19, I said 1864. And it's ending in 2044. So we're at stage 9 or period 9 of this long cycle, making the whole thing a cycle of 9 eras. So 180-year feng shui. The I Ching method, period 9, begins on February the 4th, 2024. However, that has found to be not quite accurate because there's been some problems with the movement of Jupiter and Saturn. So some people believe period 9 begins December 2020. And that might explain why everything started really crashing and changing in 2020. But regardless of when you think it started, the thing is, everybody agrees we're in it now, or we'll be in it tomorrow. So how can we navigate this new energy? How can we navigate this period of change? Because it's only going to get stronger in a way that won't topple our homes or our lives. And how can we make the most of this? So, okay, let's look at the difference between period 8 and period 9. Period 8 ended in 2023 and marked the end of the 8-year cycle known as period 8, right? Things are different now compared to period 9. And I mean, I think we can all agree with that. The beginning of 2023 versus the beginning of 2024, completely different. So this period, okay, well, let me back up. Period 8 is associated with the Kin trigram in the Bagua and is basically ruled by, or how could I put this? It's the identity of it, how about that, would be young males in the Northeast region. So during this period, it was all about young male energy, and they held leadership positions. There had been a big uptick in the number of remarkable performances or contributions made by members of this younger generation. And we saw that for the last 10 years. We've seen that, haven't we? That this has kind of been a time for younger people to step out there and really embrace changes, speak their truth, and they've really, changed a lot of society. So think Generation Z entering the workforce, bringing with them a frame of mind and body information that's quite different from the preceding generation, right? So beginning with period 9, it changes again. So we're leaving that young male energy behind, and in period 9, we will see more female energy, and precisely middle-aged female energy. So we'll see more female CEOs and more women in politics. So we're about to shift how society kind of looks at values and morals, success, wealth, spirituality, all of it will shift, and it will be closer in line with this middle-aged woman's view rather than a young male. So what does that mean for us? Well, period 9 will bring good fortune better than the previous cycle, okay? It will be much more fortunate than period 8. Period 9 is symbolized by the fire elements such as sun, daylight, and brightness. It's also a spotlight on more powerful middle-aged women in the world because of the symbolic significance of the second daughter. So we'll see more women taking control of their lives and advancing causes that are important to them. So this, of course, will cause a shift in society. And think about it. Do you know middle-aged women? What are they about? They're about generally equality, fairness, their family, things like that, more so than get that shiny car or get that raise. So it's going to be a different way of looking at things. Now, this is not the only change that's going to hit society. The downside of this, of course, with the fire energy will be global warming. and it could be a big problem with the fire element. So we're going to see weather changes, but also we're going to see innovative solutions. Thank you, with the Aquarius energy. So don't lose hope. It's just going to be that it's going to be a shift in what's important to. I think rather than chasing money, we're going to be looking at chasing a better society for all, not just our family or our country, but globally. So that's going to be a really positive change. And lots of changes are going to take place as we begin this cycle immediately. And if it did actually happen in 2020, then that's right on that's right on schedule. Yeah, So how will it affect the world? So I don't know where you've been, but for me, in my reality, the world has been changing dramatically. And just about every aspect of life for myself and my clients, my friends, my family, everything's been changing. Some of it feels a little odd, but some of it feels really good and really positive, doesn't it? We can see that these changes are connected and influenced by the change in the energy flow. We can also see, though, let me repeat this again, they're all connected. So some things are going to happen over the course of the next 2 years, let's say, that are going to be, I read about that in the newspaper online, and that's interesting, and then we're going to probably forget about it. But it's going to be something that is going to open up a complete doorway of technology that will make radical changes. When we look back at this time, we're going to see that, that was when this innovative idea changed everything. So we're going to be setting a new course for the planet, not just for ourselves or our family or our country, but for the planet. So this has the possibility of being a really positive time for everyone globally. So this is some good stuff. On the other hand, wake up. This is a wake-up call and prompts a time of personal reorganization on our priorities. The need to re-emphasize the importance of, let's say, higher education towards knowledge, not for profit. Looking at ethics and environmental awareness, looking at how we can be better parents, better friends, better husbands, sisters, brothers, mothers, whatever it may be. How we can work better, how we can work smarter, not harder, how we can build a life that's more in line with what we want to create and not feel like we're just suffering day in, day out, trying to pay the bills or trying to just get through something. So these are huge, huge changes. Some of them are going to be uncomfortable. Yeah, because change is uncomfortable, as I've said 100 times on this video. Some of these movements are already beginning, like things that are more environmentally friendly. And we're going to see some changes in shopping. We're going to see some changes in money, wealth, and what we consider to be success as well. We're going to see a load of technical advancements, including artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing, and robotics. We're going to see industry be transformed for the better. And I can hear you out there, because that's what my clients are saying too. Where does that leave me? What about my job? What about this? How am I going to feed my family? Slow down and breathe, okay? Slow down and breathe. We're talking about everything from healthcare, transportation, communication, manufacturing, finances, everything changing for the better, to a more increased efficiency, more productivity, and more morally, I don't want to say righteous, but maybe, instead of the mentality of, let me get mine before you get yours because you might take mine, we're going to drop a lot of that and return to that, my bowl is full, by making sure your bowl is full. In other words, we're going to work together, and there is more than enough. We can share the profits. We can share the technology. We can share the good fortune. So this is going to be a hard shift in economics for a lot of the global players. So it's going to be tough for them. On a personal level, it's not going to be that tough for most people. So we can see that this energy is going to be hitting corporations smack dab in the head. So with that, there's going to be some shakeups, and we're going to see some weird stuff come out on the news. We're going to see some weird stuff also of people being exposed for maybe saying one thing and doing completely the opposite thing. This is part of the cleanup that gets us to this more balanced society where we are working together and we aren't fighting each other, which a lot of the fighting that's going on between people, and I'm not talking about world wars, I'm talking about just between people, is caused by manipulation, thinking that, somebody's doing something or trying to take something that we have, there's not enough, scarcity mindset, that kind of thing. And we're going to see a big change with that too. So that's going to be amazing. It's going to be a much more friendly society. We're going to work on sustainability, and we're going to work on some of the larger natural problems around climate change. We're going to see social and cultural transformations. Period 9 is characterized by significant shifts in social and cultural dynamics, issues related to gender equality, LGBTQ plus rights, radical justice, and mental health. So the people that were having an issue over LGBTQ are going to probably have an issue over people that are going to be enhanced, because that's coming as well with the neuro uplinks and things like that. And all of this stuff, though, is going to slow down. Well, it's going to speed up, actually, but we're going to slow down some of the hatred around that, because we're all in this together, and that's going to be a big lesson with period 9. So while this may sound frightening, it will also usher in a more equitable society for everyone. So these are some big major changes with this. It's not going to happen overnight, but we're seeing the beginnings already. We can expect a lot of cultural bias to fall away, and we can see that the economic and political workforce will transform as we usher in new tech. So we'll see more gig workers, we'll see more people working from home, we'll see more people signing up for projects and then moving on and doing something maybe completely different, working in tech and then finishing a project and then going to paint or to create music or to do something totally different. People are going to be more focused on chasing their bliss rather than chasing the dollar or yen or pound, whatever. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. And as I said earlier, it's going to be about middle-aged women coming into power. So how interesting is that? We're going to see these women rising to power positions in business and in politics. The element of fire relates to passion, enthusiasm, sophistication, sociability, courage. And with these changes, we're going to see changes with gender roles, family structures, social expectations. What we think is acceptable is probably going to go out the window, because this is new uncharted territory. We're evolving quickly and things are changing. So that's why it could be frightening, because things are changing quickly, but they're going to be changing for the better. So we can all kind of set through some of this uncomfortableness if we know things are going to be better, right? So health-wise, we're going to see probably problems related to heart, eyes, blood, psychological issues, neurosis, and brain issues. But prevention, early detection, and management of these health problems will definitely reduce their impact on individuals. So if something is going on with you now, go get a medical exam. We're going to see medicine take off like never before, and we're going to see a lot of problems eradicated. So this is going to be a very good time to be alive too. We're going to see some strong changes with healthcare and wellness. We're going to see people making advances in medical research. We're going to see lots of advances in alternative medicine. Holistic health approaches are expected to be prominent during this time. We're going to see changes with individual business operating structures as well. And as I said before, we're going to see people change their ideas about education, wealth, success. Period 9 is linked to wealth and plenty. So you can draw and improve success into your life during this time. But you have to really get clear on what success looks like to you. Is success having that brand new car and that mega mansion? Okay, fine, then draw it to you. Is it having time to spend with your family and knowing that everybody is safe and you have time to be home with them, everybody's healthy, and yeah, so whatever it is, we can manifest it. And that's the thing too. It's not going to be a cookie cutter idea of success, and that's okay because it shouldn't be. So we're going to see relationships also deepen as we move towards more personal communication. Now, that doesn't mean the net's going down or anything like that. No, it's not. Actually, people are going to be connected even more than they are now. But because of that, we're going to pride ourselves on putting, the tech away to spend time with people. And we're going to really acknowledge the one-on-one time more than we have currently. And this will then lead people to be more present in the relationships. So there are a lot of positive things going on and a lot of positive changes and advancements. Like I say, it's not going to be easy at times because it is going to be challenging around these changes. But overall, this is the time when we move forward globally towards a better future for ourselves and our children and our grandchildren. So period 9, I have a lot of people asking me, is this is a scary time, right? What's going to happen? What's going to blow up? And it's like, no, calm down. Just calm down, okay? This is the lower major cycle. We started the cycle in 1984 with period 7. And then period 8 was 2004 to 2023. And then we're in this one from 2024 to 2043 or 44. So this is not something that's going to, you're going to wake up Monday and everything's different. I mean, it may be somewhat different, but it's not going to be all of that shoved into the weekend. So you've got time. You've got time to address this and look at what needs to change in your life, what you want to bring into your life, and what you want to see globally happening. Because you matter. Your idea of success matters. So think about it. Think about what changes you need to make. Okay? That was a lot. I need to drink some water. Has anybody got any questions? I can't actually see the question, so. Okay, so wow, I've been talking for a really long time. I think I'm probably going to end this now, and I'll be back probably by Sunday with the weekly astrology, and and maybe looking at doing another live next week. We'll just see. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and being here and being with me. I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't, be sure to give this a like and subscribe. I'll speak to you soon. Reiki blessings.